welcome back to my channel. So today is the second video in my top 4 series, and since it's Wednesday, I wanted to do a Wednesday wisdom and give you guys my top 4 Christian books that are, I don't want to say self-help because that sounds very strange, but these are my top 4 Christian books that I think that if you're interested in Christianity and living a Christian life, that these would be great recommendations for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into the video. So the first one that I want to recommend is Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University book. This basically gives you all the information that you need to go through savings, how to set up your savings, how to set up your retirement. He goes through the 7 baby steps to create a debt-free life, and he also tells you how you can save money every single month. It's a really great book. This is actually the workbook. It is quite thick, so it has a lot of like fill in the blank type things. Dave Ramsey is a Christian-based author, and the Financial Peace University is actually a seminar that you can take either at a local church or you can also purchase the information online. I just wanted to show you the workbook so you can see what it looks like. It is a really great gift for couples who are newly engaged, or if you are just having some trouble creating a budget and getting your finances together. And Dave Ramsey's, I guess, main point is that you want to live a debt-free life, and he does refer to giving and authoring and doing your tithes every month, but he wants to make sure that you are living the life that Christ wants you to live while you're on this earth. So this is the very first recommendation. You can also Google Dave Ramsey. I'll try to link everything down below if you guys have any questions. Is the 5 Love Languages. I don't know if you guys have heard of this book or not, but it is such a great book for really learning how you can interact with your family members, and also how maybe other people show you their love. It's really basic and simple. Chapman just states that there are 5 love languages, and sometimes with different family members and even couples and friends, you may express your love in a different way than someone else does. So for example, one of the love languages that Gary talks about in this book is gift giving. That is an actual love language. So maybe your major love language is to give gifts. That's how you show love and appreciation and admiration for someone, is you give them gifts. Your spouse's love language may be quality time. So it really helps explain a lot about the way that you receive love and the way that you also show love. So it is a really great book, once again, for newly engaged couples. It's also just a great book for everyone, because we're all part of a family, and it really, I think, clarifies maybe some questions that you will have in your life about different ways that other people show love. This book is pretty tattered. I have lent this to countless individuals, as you can tell. I mean, even the pages at this point are yellow because I purchased this book many years ago, probably 10 years ago now, and it was very interesting. The best way for me to describe this book is, throughout this book, Joyce uses scripture and she uses personal accounts to get you to stop and reflect about what you are thinking about. So for example, I'm sure that you guys have all heard the saying, you will become the people that you surround yourself with. Well, in this book, Joyce kind of goes through and gives you the biblical perspective of things that could be detrimental to your thoughts, negative things. It is really great if you are maybe just struggling with something. I know that it's geared towards people who struggle with depression or have a lot of anxiety, or if you're just confused and conflicted about things. It's really interesting. Like I said, I've lent this to a lot of people. Let's see if I can get the contents page. I'll just show you this really quick, but it does tell you that basically your mind is a battlefield. It tells you about being positive. It gives you biblical references about where negative thoughts and emotions can, how they can interfere in your life. So it's definitely, I think, a great book for absolutely everyone, especially someone who is a new Christian, or maybe someone who's not a Christian yet, who just, you know, if they're stuck in a rut or stuck in some point in their life, I think that this could definitely shed some light on that. And Joyce does a really great job at explaining everything, so it's really simple and it's an easy read. So the last in my top 4, this is another one that's kind of tattered, and this is by Josh McDowell. Sorry about the glare. And this is More Than a Carpenter. So this is a tiny little book. I'm trying to see, maybe 70 pages altogether. Let's see. Not including the last chapter, this is 112 books. 112 pages. So this book is basically about a man named Josh McDowell, and he was in school, and I don't know if he said that he was a self-proclaimed atheist, but he certainly did not believe in God. And I believe the story goes that someone challenged him, you know, that there is a God, and there's plenty of historical proof and data to support Jesus and God, and so he set out to prove them wrong. And in doing that, he found historical evidence and things that he couldn't really argue with, and it completely changed his life. And this book, I would say, is great for maybe if you are already walking with God, or someone who just has questions and they don't really feel comfortable coming to church with you, or someone who, you know, really wants proof and answers. This is another book that I've had for 10 plus years, and as you can tell, it's very yellowed. And I found this book very interesting. It definitely goes through historical references and things that you can look up online that kind of give people the solid proof and evidence that they need that God is real, and that, you know, Jesus Christ is the Son of God. So it was really interesting. This book definitely changed my life when I read it, probably in 2 hours, and after I read it, it completely it brought me like some peace. So this is definitely my top book for anyone who's just curious, or if you are thinking to yourself, you know, you're crazy, there is no God, you know, how can you believe in that? This is such a great quick read for anyone. So those are my top 4 resources. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions about any of these books. I will link them all below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.